I wanted to share with you guys some of my recent pickups. I haven't had any pickup videos in a while because I just ain't had none in a while. Because of the simple fact that when I do buy physical copies, I really buy. It takes time for them to accumulate. So these are I just want to share with you guys some of my latest pickups. As you guys see, I got the House of Haunted Hill and Pit in the Pendulum. But I'll start off with my DVDs. I got The Pit and the Pendulum. I'm a big Vincent Price, and I remember watching this as a kid, and I fell in love with this movie. And I like my old style movies, and it's a good movie, man. I haven't opened it up because I still collect DVDs, but Pit and the Pendulum. Uh, Betrayal cuts both ways. I'm hoping that when I do watch it, because I'm in the Halloween phase, and this ain't no Halloween movie, but it's kind of like got the creepy vibe thing going on. So I'm a big Vincent Price. I've always liked Vincent Price. I like Jimmy Stewart. I liked Jimmy Stewart when I was growing up. I liked Jimmy Stewart when I grew up, and I liked Vincent Price when I grew up. And I like Steve McQueen. I like Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier had a movie I really liked was In the Heat of the Night. But anyway, this is Vincent Price, and yeah, it's one of my pickups. So that's that pickup, and then I got another one. Now I got the remake in the other room, House on Haunted Hill. I already watched this, but I wanted to own it, and I really enjoyed this. It's dated. When you watch it, you can tell it's dated, but it's just pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool. It's another one of those Vincent Price movies I like, and Vincent Price had that creepy voice, man. He knew how to sell it. You know, Vincent Price was born in St. Louis, Missouri. That's where I was born. If I ain't mistaken, Vincent Price was born in St. Louis, Missouri. If I ain't mistaken. Or is that another actor? Anyway, I could be wrong. Anyway, I love this movie. And I went back and watched this movie because they have a remake, House on Haunted Hill. And yeah, so I watched this, but I wanted to own it, so I bought it on DVD. And like I said, you guys, that's the thing about collecting physical copies is I love collecting. I still collect DVDs. So yeah, there's that. So, and then my last Vincent Price movie is House of Wax. Now I have the remake of this one. I'll take that back. House on Haunted Hill, I'm going to buy that on Blu-ray. It's a newer one. I don't own that one yet, but this has got Vincent Price in it. I've watched this one already. Whoo, this one was hard to watch, and the reason why is because they had it in that crazy, like square. It didn't fill up my whole TV, man. I hate that when I watch an old movie like that, but that's just the way it was filmed back then, you know. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. It's good acting back then. You can see it. They didn't have what we got today, but Vincent Price is in this one too. It's a good movie. Really, very good movie. But I love that new House of Wax. That one I own that one too. With I can't think of that girl's name, but anyway, that was a good one, and that's what made me go back to get this one because I said, man, wasn't there a House of Wax with Vincent Price? And like I said, I'm a big Jimmy Stewart fan and Sidney Poitier, and I'm a big Vincent Price fan. But Jimmy Stewart's my favorite, and then there's Steve McQueen. I like Steve McQueen too. But yeah, House of Wax. Now that's my last Vincent Price movie. And then I got Anacondas. Uh, the this is the one where they was looking for the red orchid. I love this movie. I got this on DVD. I'm quite sure I could get it on Blu-ray, but I didn't want to. It's got some Spanish spelling on it, but it's got the American name at the top. But it's got the Spanish words on there, and because it's just got Hispanic stuff on there, so it's just the way it is. But anyway, Anaconda. I love this movie. I remember taking my boys to go see this movie. They didn't know what they were going into to see it. I remember watching the first Anaconda with Ice Cube in it, and I liked it, but I liked this one a little more. It was I enjoyed this movie. So that's my last of my DVDs because like I said, I get regular DVDs, but this was a good movie, man. I really enjoyed this movie. The Hunt for the Red Orchid. They was looking for this flower. It's supposed to have all these, you know, they're supposed to be able to. It's supposed to, you know how these stories are. They wrap a story around and they go to this jungle and it's dangerous and they want to get this flower that only blooms like so many years and they want to get a bunch of them and stuff and everything just goes wrong and these snakes are these big anacondas, man, and stuff. It's like, ugh. It was a good movie though. I enjoyed it. But that's my last of my DVDs. Then we're gonna go into my Blu-rays. Now y'all, I just told y'all I'm on a big Halloween kick. And this is my Blu-ray. I got Halloween H2O. I watched it and I enjoyed it. I watched Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. That is by far the best one out of all these. And then Halloween Resurrection. This one right here is the weakest one. You know, I can honestly tell you guys, I'm just not one of those people like, oh, it was just terrible and raw. But I can see why people did not care for this one. Especially with Busta Rhymes doing all that hi and doing all that karate stuff. I'm like, man, I don't really think you can. Michael Myers, man, the way he was doing Michael Myers in that movie, just like, I mean, there was times Michael Myers did get a hold of him, but I don't know, man. Now, LL Cool J, he just played a security guard. He was kind of all right, but Busta Rhymes, it was a little bit over the top. Busta Rhymes in there, but I ain't got nothing against Busta Rhymes or anything like that. It's just the fact that I'm like, man, come on. But anyway, that's one of my DVD pickups because I've been in the big Halloween kick, and I'm watching the newer ones now. But yeah, that's my Blu-ray pickup, and then these are a funny story behind these. It's not really a funny story. This one is Goosebumps. I actually never was into Goosebumps, but I was my three boys was little, and me and their mom, I could tell we was getting ready to break up. And I remember I used to get off work, and I just kept saying, man, Vic, you know this ain't gonna work out. You know she ain't gonna want to be with you, man, because she just don't want to be with you. You know, it's just we grew apart. But she was trying to be with me, but then she wasn't. And then I was like, dang, man, my air conditioner turned on. I hate when that thing turns on. But anyway, I was on third shift and I used to come home and it'd be hard for me to fall asleep. And Goosebumps used to come on. So I would sit there and try to fall asleep, and I fell in love with Goosebumps. And that's how I started getting into Goosebumps. I said, where'd this come from? I guess it was an early 2000s type of thing. And I really enjoyed Goosebumps. I tried to get more seasons, but most of them are stuck on this Disney Plus thing, and I don't have Disney Plus. I just don't get into it. But that's a Blu-ray. I got this off of eBay, and then I got another Goosebumps, and up here you see it says Hulu and Disney. So I couldn't find any more, but I'm into that Halloween thing. So none of this stuff is Halloweenish, but it's just that time of year where you want to watch all these creepy stuff. So I have enough stuff to last me till the rest of this month, all of October. But yeah, that's how I got into Goosebumps, because I remember I used to get off work at third shift and I didn't have license, and I was driving without license, and I had this car. It was mine, but I didn't have no license, and I was driving trying to keep cops from seeing me and stuff and picking me up. And then I would, go to this apartment I got, and then I kept saying to myself, I even said this to myself back then, I said, man, Vic, you have to get your life together, because you got 3 little boys, you got a daughter that's in Cincinnati, Your life is at a point where you need to, and I remember saying all this stuff to myself, and I'm trying to work and trying to get my license back and all that kind of stuff. And I remember I get off work at third shift and I'd come home and I'd make it home without any cops getting behind me because I didn't have no license. And then my driver's license was suspended. And I remember getting home and I'd be trying to, it'd be daylight and you'd be trying to fall asleep and Goosebumps would always come on. And, it'd be one of the shows that come on when I got home, so I just fell in love with it. So yeah, I got this off eBay. It's got some Chinese stuff in it, but it's all region free though. But yeah, I like to get all the seasons of Goosebumps though. I think I would. I'm not for sure. And then I got this. Love this because I got rid of my Apple Plus and Apple TV Plus, and this is The Gorge. And I got this off eBay, but it was from China. But when you get stuff from China, you have to make sure that it's region free, and it was region free. But the seller, man, the seller did a good job, man. Like getting these to me, man. I had to make sure I put up a good review for this guy, cause man, I like the Goosebumps over here. All this stuff comes from overseas, I think, some of them. But yeah, I love The Gorge, man. I really love The Gorge, man. I just love it. But I just can't see keeping Apple TV Plus on because a lot of times I got all these streaming services I just don't watch. And I said, man, I really like to have The Gorge. And the guy at work told me that. He said, man, I can get The Gorge off eBay. He says, you have to wait a few weeks to get it because it comes from overseas. So I said, really? So I checked in on it, and that's how I got mine. He got his before I got mine. And then another one that I got from overseas was The Fall of the Fall of the House of Usher. Love this, and I just wanted to own it. Even though I got Netflix, I wanted to own it. God, this was so damn good, man. This was so good. And you see, it's got all the Chinese stuff on there, but it's region free. So I got that, and I got that in my collection because sometimes I turn my Netflix off. I got another Netflix series that's within the same group, and I'm gonna get it and order it. I actually ordered a movie that was on HBO Max because I found out I can get all this stuff on eBay from overseas. So, The Fall of the House of Usher. Man, this was good. I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it. And then my 4Ks. This was a really good movie. I was shocked how good this movie was. I don't think I put this in a pickups video, but I hope you guys can hear me because my air conditioner come on. But anyway, I enjoyed this movie. I really did. I thought it was really good. I might have showed this in a previous pickup, but anyway, I watched it as soon as I got home, and it's one of those ones I decide not to go to the theater and go watch, and then I end up watching it, buying it, and I got it. Now, I bought this because I remember watching this back in the day. Is this a blow your socks off type of movie? No, but I thought it was pretty good, man, for its time and special effects and all that kind of stuff. And I liked it. I'm into that steelbook thing, steelbook. So I got the steelbook stuff, and you got the Blu-ray. That's one thing I like about getting the steelbook. You get two discs. You get the Blu-ray and you get the 4K. You got Casper right there, and then if you take the disc off, you got something else in there. But yeah, I love Casper. I remember watching Casper when it first came out because honestly, with my age, Casper the Friendly Ghost, I used to watch that. That's when you had Saturday cartoons on Saturday. I think Casper the Friendly Ghost is that old, but I remember watching it when I was young. And now I got Jurassic Rebirth, and I know a lot of people harps on this movie, but I liked it for what it was. I just think that the cast had their hands full trying to, go behind Chris Pratt movies, and you got a whole different cast, and and I'm into my steel books, and this is another one of them steel books, man. I'm trying to learn how to keep the little slip covers. I got rid of a bunch of slip covers. I'm gonna try to keep them from now on. But yeah, I watched this as soon as I got it, and I fell in love with it. So I think this is very underrated. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. I can see why people do not like this. I can see why people don't like it. So put it that way. I can see why people don't like it. Last but not least, I just got this in the mail today, and a lot of people did not care for this movie, but I liked it. Now I got a steelbook of Megan, and now I got a steelbook of Megan 2.0. And I don't know why I like this, but it didn't do good at the box office. I guess it lost money. But it's got this little slip on the back. I'm gonna start keeping these just because I think I got the slip for this one, or the slip for the Casper. I'm gonna start keeping these slips, but kind of pain in the butt when you put it on the shelf because you got to put this on there. But I enjoyed this though. I really did. I thought this was all right movie. I really did. Good action, good fight scenes, but you know, that's just me though. But a lot of people did not care for this movie at all. And it did not make its money back. It actually flopped. So hopefully it did good on sales. But you know, this one of the ones that came in the mail today because everybody was jacked up to get the air conditioners off. Everybody was jacked up to get the Superman, and I think there was something else coming out today. Another one that was coming out today, but I got the Megan 2.0. That was the only one I was looking forward to for Tuesday, because today is Tuesday. That's when all the new releases, you know how Tuesday has the new releases. This is the only one I picked up. It came from Amazon today. But yeah, that is my pickups, you guys. That's my pickups. I haven't had a pickups video in a long time. I'm into these steelbooks, man. I love collecting. There's nothing like collecting. Seriously, man. It's just, you own it, and if you get money gets tight, you have to cut back on stuff. You can always, like, some people sometimes, man, they get tight of money and they just have to cut back on certain things. That if you got a library of movies, you can cut back on your streaming services. You know what I mean? And I get it. Streaming services ain't that expensive, but when you get a bunch of them, the price starts piling up. So anyway, God bless. Take care, and we'll catch you in the next video. We'll see you.